you must make to your lifestyle in order to regain full control of your blood pressure. That's what we're going to be going over today. Welcome. I hope you see me. I hope you hear me. Let me know in the comments if you are joining live. If it's a replay for you, drop the word replay so that we know that you're seeing this. So basically, this is called Power Shift. This is the Power Shift training because we're trying to put power, or we are putting power right back into your hands. I will be sharing my slides today so that you get to see also um, you get to see a lot more beyond just what I'm sharing. Um, with my words, I just want to make it more engaging for you as well, right? So basically, this is for you if you are okay. Sorry, give me a second. Let me also make this slideshow. Yeah. All right. So basically, what you're about to see and learn here has the ability to change your life forever. Really, literally, because it's all about putting back power into your hands. But before we get started, I'll just tell you a bit about who I am. My name is Pharmacist Chibwamam Chuku, and I am the founder of Hypertension Africa, Africa's leading health coaching company that is focused on helping people suffering from high blood pressure and helping you to completely reverse the high BP and get off as many medications as you really want to get off, and also reverse all complications that you might be experiencing. And so, basically, one of the ways we do this is to give you information, but not just that, but we work with you to help you get the results because we know that there is a ton of information and knowledge out there, but it doesn't necessarily translate into good readings for you, right? So we want to give you that result. If you're seeing this on our channel on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you follow us so that you always get more on this. So let's talk about power shift. Okay, so power shift simply means that this kind of conversation is for you if you are struggling with high blood pressure. So if you've had it for many years, if you're looking for a way out, you're looking for something that can work for you. You're looking for you're tired, drugs, trial and error, trying all sorts, and you're looking for something that would work for you, then this is it. If you're having a lot of adverse effects already, chest pain, headaches, um, palpitations, and all that, you don't sleep well at night, you need to pay close attention to what we're talking about here today. Okay? So, and if you stay till the end, I'll give you a solid opportunity, really, for you to be able to get your life back literally in as short as 90 days from now. So you need to stay till the end. Okay, so basically, a lot of what I share is you really need to shut out all distraction and put your phone in landscape mode depending on where you're seeing this, right? So shut off all distraction and let's pay attention. So basically, you may not know, like if we're just coming in contact, if we're just meeting, you may not know, but everything I share all started with my father, right? I'm a pharmacist. I've got over 10 years of clinical experience under my belt. However, one of the things that got me to, helping people with fixing their health, right? With finding a way to fix their health is that it's from my personal experience. So basically, with my father, he was just simply growing old, just like you may be growing old. You might even be young, you may be growing old, but you feel like you're aging too fast. You're beginning to experience a lot of adverse effects or a lot of signs of aging. That was what happened with him. So he had arthritis, he developed arthritis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all because he was growing older. And we thought that simply growing older was gonna, simply taking supplements was gonna help him. No, it did not. We thought that okay, being very religious with his drugs would help him. No, it did not. And that was how he got on medications for 4 different diseases at the time. But I'm able to help you through this. I'm able to talk about this today because he's gotten over it over 7 years now, and he is not on any medications for high blood pressure. It's a miracle, but it's a miracle that would be able to reproduce in the lives of many. And that's why we're talking about power shifts. If you're ever going to be able to if you ever want to be able to reverse high blood pressure from your life, you need to make this power shift. These were things that my father did. At the time, we didn't even know this was what he was doing, but we've taken the time. I have taken the time because I'm a scientist and a researcher. I've got a master's degree in pharmacognosy. And so, by virtue of documenting, analyzing what we did and how it was able to get out, right? Right? We've been able to distill what into three things, the power shifts I'm handing over to you tonight on this training, right? And so with him, there's a video where he shared, but I'm not going to play the video today. The thing is, today he's 70 plus, right? And he has not taken any medicine for his high blood pressure for over 7 years. In fact, just this last week, he had to go to the hospital, right? So he was ill for a bit, and they checked his BP and they saw it was a little bit elevated. And I'm like, yes, you are ill. That is elevated. Let's treat the cause of the illness, and you would be fine. And he was treated for malaria and typhoid, and then the elevation just disappeared. That is the power of reversal. So I'm not going to play the video because I want us to really move fast. If you joined us for the Fight Hypertension Challenge, for instance, you would be able to listen to him share his story on video and all that. Where I hope you're aware that we have the Fight Hypertension Challenge and it's coming up, and you should be part of it. Okay, so basically, the number one power shift you must make. This power shift is called mindset, right? If you continue with the mindset you've lived with before now, there is no way your BP is going to be reversed. There is zero way on earth, right? So new mindset would give you new results. How do I know that? That it is because a lot of the results you're going to get is you're basically pushing conventional wisdom, right? So, for instance, if you've had high BP for so long, you probably feel like nothing else is going to help you because you've tried a lot. I expect that you've tried a lot. Like if you come and tell me you haven't tried anything, I'll know you're not serious, in quotes, because you can't say you haven't tried anything. You've not taken any supplements. You've not tried to lose weight. You've not tried to watch what you eat. It means you're not getting it. You're not doing anything really. So the first thing you want to do is you want to change your mindset from helpless, nothing can work, I don't know what I'm going to do, to I am ready to do this. I'm ready to learn how to do it, and I'm ready to be free. So drop in the comments if you would love to be free from high BP. That's number one thing. You have to make that mindset shift. And you'll see, I'm going to be showing you some examples of people who've made these shifts and how powerful it is. It may sound so there is something about our training. Let me put this disclaimer out. When we share these things, it sounds like, okay, really? Is that it? But this is the basis. We've been doing this series called High BP Reversal Rules. We've talked about countdown. We've talked about if you follow me on Facebook or in our WhatsApp or on email, we'll be sharing these things. Rule number two today was what was it now? Do I remember exactly what that rule was? But these rules, there's so many rules of it. And what the principal thing about it is you've got to have a new mindset of I can reverse high BP. If other people have done it, I will. Right? Drop that in the comments. I will reverse high BP. Thank you for those joining. I see you, right? So, okay, I don't see you, but I see that you're joining. So, this big shift is natural remedy versus natural strategy. If you don't shift from natural remedies to natural strategy, you will never be able to reverse high blood pressure. I can't even stress this enough, right? So, there was this, I don't know if you know, but natural remedies simply means things like, oh, take turmeric, it would help you. Oh, take zobo. Oh, take garlic, right? Garlic alone cannot reverse high blood pressure. However, if you use garlic as part of your natural repair strategy, then and only then can you start to get significant results and shift in your blood pressure. Meanwhile, if you're just joining us, we're talking about three power shifts you must make to your lifestyle to regain full control. If you want to get a control of your numbers, stop the whole let me look for the next remedy, the next remedy, the next remedy. Drop in the comments natural strategy. That is what is going to give you the kind of results that you desire and deserve, right? So stop looking for the next natural remedy. It's not a remedy affair, it is a strategy. And let me show you an example of someone who made this shift. And this is the kind of shift that once you make, you start with. That's why we call it power shift, because you're now working from a place of power and not from a place of let me try the next thing. Okay, so let me quickly show you someone who's made the shift. But before that, now the difference between remedies is that in remedies you just add it. Oh, let me take this, let me take this. It here one plus one is two. But with strategy, you're looking at it like a gear. You're taking a synergy, how all these things can work together to give you sustained BP control. Okay, so this is it. Now if you're using remedies over the place, the effect will wear off every day. You're back to square one, right? And you're not even sure what's working and what's not working. However, when you're doing synergy, right, it's systematic, you're deliberate, and you're result oriented. You're not just doing it for, oh, I heard this one is good, let me try. You are you would notice that all your parameters will go down over time. And when we say parameters, we mean maybe you're watching your BP, you're watching your weight, you're watching your cholesterol. With synergy and with strategy, you can target everything together at the same time. Meanwhile, if you're finding this helpful, make sure you're sharing. Let me know in the comments if you're getting value from what I'm sharing here today. Okay, so these are some of the shifts you need to make. Now, let me show you an example of someone who's made this shift. This woman, I love her so much. Her name is Madame Joyce. I call her Madame Joyce, right? So we worked with her. She's one of our past clients, and she's 52. Okay, she had high BP for over 10 years. Now, one of the things that stands out about her is that she had it for 10 years, right? In the 10 years, she was told you're obese. She had constant body pains. They were looking for, oh, is it uric acid? Oh, is it this? They were doing a lot of investigations on her. She was also trying her best. But trust me, when we explained to her the difference between you just trying all different remedies, oh, let me take this for the pain, let me take this for the headache, versus strategy. This woman, in 3 months, she was able to reduce her drugs to just one drug. She's able to shed 9 kg. She's able to get BP as good as 110 over 70. Sleep was restored and all that. This is the power of making that shift. She's just one example. She has made this power shift, and she made other power shifts. I'm going to also be sharing with you. The three, in fact, the three I shared with you, she made the three. I'm going to be sharing here. She made the three of them. This is the power of making this shift. Are you ready to make this shift today? Drop shifts in the comments. Okay, so let's quickly go straight to big shift number two. Now, this one, many people make this mistake. The mistake is symptom suppression. If all you're asking is how do I just lower my blood pressure? How do I lower my blood pressure? Now, this is good. It's a good question, right? But if all you're doing is suppressing your symptoms, it means that once you lower it, it will bounce back up. It's like a balloon. You try to squeeze, and then the moment you leave it, it bounces back up. That may be what you're experiencing with your blood pressure. And that is because all you're doing is symptom suppression. You need to make the shift. When we call it power shift, it means that you have to make a very, very powerful move from symptom suppression to complete body repair from the inside out. What you should be asking is, how do I reverse my high blood pressure? This is the question you should be asking. Many people never get free from high blood pressure because you're just asking about how do I lower my blood pressure, and that is not that won't give you long lasting solution. Now let me tell you more about this shift. Now this repair is what banishes all side effects. For instance, if you're having sleep problems, maybe swollen feet, chest pains, and all that, it tells you that your blood pressure control is getting, I don't want to use the word failing, but it's not good enough. And it is beginning to damage your, but the high blood pressure is beginning to damage your organs. Now, what you really want to do to banish all these side effects is you must be reversing. Without reversal, everything you're taking is, oh, the drug is going to give you relief, and then you're back to square one. Even the most potent drug, only if they tell you to take your drug once a day, It means that that drug can only give you a cover for 24 hours, yes or no. After the 24 hours, you have to take another drug. That is because even your drugs are suppressing the symptoms and not correcting it, not reversing, not even repairing. So that is the shift you need to make. Now I'm going to share with you. This is a framework that, no, if you use this framework, you're going to get free from high blood pressure, right? So this is like, I'm just giving you guys an insight to the difference in strategy and the power thereof. Now, look at what I have here on my screen is the body repair transformation wheel. Switch from um, symptom suppression to working these three phases: mind liberation, body liberation, and freedom activation. You would be able to reverse your high blood pressure. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details here. We will be sharing a lot more about what goes in these stages in the Fight Hypertension Challenge. Guys, if you're seeing this, make sure you are a part of the Fight Hypertension Challenge, because we would be personalizing a lot of these things I'm sharing here on the surface level with you in the challenge. If you want to join the challenge, I'll put the description I'll put the links and the description for you to join the challenge in the description of this video. And also, in the description of this video, okay, I could also put it up on the screen. Make sure that you join the challenge, right? These are the links. You can visit hypertensionafrica.com/FHC to join, or use the payment details on the screen to pay up and register for it. We start on Monday. We're running it for a full 7 days, right? But here on the screen is the body repair transformation wheel. And the difference between this thing and what you've been doing is that, have you really taken the time to repair your mind, right? I'm not going to dwell a lot on this, but I'll explain a few things to you. Okay, good. So basically, if you want to, so reversal is working your body back to what it was 20 years before you ever developed high BP. 15 years, I mean, depending on how long you've had high BP. We're currently working with a woman who's had high BP for 40 years. Yes, 40 years. So we're trying to take her back to her reading to where she was, 40 years ago, right? And it's crazy, but we are working on her mind liberation. We're working on her body, and we're trying to give her the freedom. Now, if you don't follow this whole method, you may end up all you're doing is suppression, suppress, suppress, suppress. Now, why this is very, very key is because your mind controls your body. For those of us on the WhatsApp or updates group, I shared with you something about your mind today. I shared with you the words you speak. Do you know the words you speak also affect your body? I don't want to use a very sensitive something that just happened recently, but I'll give you, maybe I could share this sometime later. If you follow me on Facebook or anywhere, you might see something around it. But your mind plays a role. It is not because of it's not what you're thinking that causes the high BP. No. However, if you already have high blood pressure and in your mind you believe that, oh, this is what killed my mother, maybe that's what's going to happen to me. And then maybe you say, this thing is killing me. You might actually be you are actually prophesying, like you're giving life to those thoughts. So this is a little bit about mind. There are up to 5 or 7 different mind detox practices that we teach people in the mind liberation, in the mind liberation stage of high BP reversal. Make sure that you join us for Fight Hypertension Challenge. We'll talk a lot more about this as well. Right? So on the mind liberation, there are still 3 phases there. There is the uncovering what your triggers are, acknowledging what is happening within your body. You need to acknowledge there's a problem. If you don't, you would never really be free, right? You need to really get clear on your start point and all that before you set the timer and all that, right? There's also the part of the mind detox practices. These are key. If you don't do all this, you won't really be able to sustainably become high BP free. We've had people become high BP free for 1 year, 2 years, 7 years. Like my father, he's 7 years right now, or 8 years, I believe, without high BP drugs. We have people who've been 2 years, 3 years without drugs because they've repaired it. Body liberation is where you start to work your body. We teach a lot more about this step by step in the challenge. Make sure you join us. It lasts for 7 days. Join us for the challenge, right? You can sign up with what you have. I think I spent quite some bit of time on this. Freedom activation means now when you get this kind of readings, how do you maintain the readings going forward? How are you able to maintain it? That's what freedom activation is. It has a lot to do with your tracking and a whole lot of other things. So let me show you an example of someone who actually reversed a lot of her symptoms using this body repair method, right? So here she is, Madame Kiru. Now she moved from 13 different symptoms. She had 13 symptoms. Just like you're seeing this and you're thinking, wow, oh my God, is this possible? This was exactly the same way she saw this. And this was just a couple of months back. 13 different symptoms. And she said she was taking paracetamol tablets, 8 tablets every day for up to 5 years because she always had constant headaches. I mean, we have her on video. She shared her story on video. If you join us for the challenge, you'll see her video as well, right? She had 13 different symptoms. Cholesterol was high. She was obese. She had a whole lot of things. Personal high cholesterol, chest pain, sleep problems, palpitations. And in 3 months, she was able to shed 11 of these symptoms. Why? Is the power of what I just showed you in the slide before. Nothing else. It's this little thing that looks like, oh, it's just these three things. Okay. But the power is the devil is in the details. So the power is in what goes in where and how. We're gonna teach a lot of you join us for you're gonna see the challenge. Shipping to a size 14 in brings me to guys, if you're just joining, let me know in the comments, drop like, comment if it's for you, drop replay. I want to see this thing is blocking. Okay, so this is a shipping to a size 14. Same person in just 3 months. And her BP shows to drop in just 3 months as well. Okay, so let me tell you the power shift the three you need to make. Next one is huge. This is what I shared when I shared to you that number one, and I said you must use a countdown method. So this shift is one day I'll be fine, one day I'll feel better, one day, oh yeah, thank good stuff, great stuff, right? You need to move from one day method, from you saying one day I'll be fine to I'm going to find on this date. You need to use the countdown method. Choose your time and date. So if you're seeing this, choose your time and date. So say, okay, I'm going to be free in maybe 3 months from now. You count July, September, October, August, September, October. Count it. And okay, I'm going to be free on this day. It simply means set a goal for you, set a target for you, and then you can begin to work towards it. Okay, so let me quickly move to the next slide. So let me show you this um, Reverend. He was able to move from 4 drugs to 2 drugs in just 3 months. He was able to shed about 6.5 kg in 3 months as well. And he sleep in fact, he says, I have confidence that I will not die young. Now, as promised, I've been able to show you these three power shifts. I've shown you why you've been stuck. Oh, what happened? I think I clicked back. Okay, so I've been able to show you why you've been stuck with these symptoms because you have actually been working from a broken strategy. And we said, do instead of we talked about the three shifts you must make. They're called power shifts. If you don't make those power shifts, you won't really be high BP free. Now, you've also seen men and women just like you who successfully high BP free. Now big question is, would you love to get results, right? Would you love to get these kind of results? Now, basically, I had two options: either to just give you generic advice, to take you step by step through resources and all that. So let me know in the comments if you would love to use the resources and going step by step to get this kind of results. Now, one of the things that we've noticed from doing this over and over again, doing webinars, doing trainings is when you're on the training, there's this tendency for you to feel like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But the moment you leave the training, you forget about everything you learned. You just feel like, oh, okay, so where do I start? You're just almost confused. What do I do? Do I start here? Where exactly do I begin? And that is why we have put together what is called the Fight Hypertension Challenge. Drop that in the comments. Whoop, 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 whoop. Fight Hypertension Challenge, guys. So I'm looking for where we have the. Okay, it's not even here. Where is it? Okay, I can't still just put it up here. Right? So this is the Fight Hypertension Challenge. If you look at the screen, you would see what it is about. It is for men and women who want to develop their own personal strategy to reversing high BP 90 days from now. Why do we say 90 days from now? Give yourself 90 days. Give yourself 3 months. 3 months to high BP freedom. Okay. So give yourself 3 months. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working with you in the 7 days. In the 7 days, we're going to take you through a process. It's proven. What we want to do is, want to personalize the journey for you. I know there are so many people who need this. However, we can't even work with everybody, right? So we cannot work with, we don't even have the capacity to do that, right? We're not able to do that, even though we want to. So everyone who's interested in this, we're going to do a group challenge with you. Now, in the 7 days, we're going to have what we call um okay, so this is sign up details. I know some of you are like, just tell me how to sign up. So that's it in on the screen. But here's what we're going to do. We are in the 7 days, we're developing your personalized strategy, right? So a lot of what I've shared here is like, oh, okay, so yeah, great stuff, right? You can see some other people who said, oh, going back to food without Maggie as I used to, have eliminated Maggie cues, an eye opener, a challenge to take responsibility for my health without blaming people, coming to the point of realization that crushing high BP was actually possible using the various available methods. So these are people who've been on the challenge and what they're saying about the challenge. So let me show you the what how the program and how we put it together. Okay, this kind of looks tiny, but I'll try to just read out what we're doing here. Okay, so for in the 7 days we're going to work together, right? So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to have deep dive lessons, just like we had today. But this is not really a deep dive lesson, although it's a great lesson. What I mean is, we're going to dive deep, talking about you specifically. And we're going to be uncovering 7 shocking reasons why it's hard for you to control high BP. Like when I gave you the wheel, the body repair wheel, I told you that you have to start with, okay, let me make this bigger. I just see you can't see anything on the screen. Right? I told you that you have to start with the mind liberation, which is uncovering the difficulties, where you're stuck, the problems, the reasons why it's difficult for you. We're going to be doing that together in the challenge, right? And we also have a an action plan workbook. So in the action plan, you'll be writing, what it is for you. You need to know what it is for you. This is not a time where you be like, oh, this is not a time where you say, oh, I don't know what it is for me. Sorry, give me a second. All right, so sorry about that. I had a little bit of my son had a cut on his lip, but I'm trying to stop the bleeding now. All right, so where were we? So we're going to be uncovering the 7 shocking reasons for you. You might even have more than 7, but we're going to be uncovering 7, on the during the challenge. Then we're going to help you to identify the obvious and hidden causes of high BP for you. Now, it's different for everybody. You may find out that it's your spouse. You may find out it's your child. You may find out it's your job. You may find out it's pressure at work. Find out some things about yourself you never possible, right? So that's what we're doing with that. And then the deep dive, and we call these deep dives because they're very intense. We go real deep, and then at the end we have a day of rest in between to allow you to catch up, to fill out your workbook, to personalize and internalize the lesson. In between, we still give you a tiny task to do each day so that you keep working towards your health. And then by lesson three, we have to completely crush high BP in just 3 steps. Completely crush high BP in 3 steps. We teach you that. And then by lesson four, we help you to ensure you are free from high BP in the next 90 days. You must have the 5 pillars of implementation. So basically, that's what we're doing. We've made it really low cost for everybody, so you have no excuse not to join. It's not because high BP reversal is a 3585 goal, like it's not because it's reverse, or it's not because it is not a big, right? For many of us, it's something that's reverse 7 days, maybe not. However, you can get started instantly and your body for 7 days. See the difference, and use the pillars of implementation that we share on lesson four to make sure that you get your results in 90 days. That's really what it is for us. We're all about the transformation for you. And so we're giving everyone the opportunity to get started immediately, right? So we're going to work together for 7 days. At the end of the days, we open up our high BP reversal program for those who want to work with us for another 90 days to get their lives back, right? But everyone is open. Of course, that is not for everybody. However, everyone can join and should join the Fight Hypertension Challenge, because no matter your start point, you would get significant progress, and you also get yours. So everything that we teach you on the challenge is still yours. If you want to do it on your own, you can proceed from there. If you want to work with us after that, you still proceed from there. And a lot of what we do in the challenge is the basis of what we'll continue to do together in the high BP reversal program. So basically, if you would love to join us for challenge, because that's the only way we can help everybody and you and everyone at the same time, it is just 3,500 naira to get access to the challenge. We also have as bonus, right? Everyone loves bonuses, so we have bonus to this program. We have the action plan workbook, so you actually plan out your 90-day journey on the program. You understand your triggers, you understand what you should work on, you understand strategy, you understand your 5 pillars, and you work with it. We also have a dedicated Facebook group for the challenge. We have a WhatsApp accountability squad as well. You also get to ask your questions. Where are the bonuses? We have some amazing bonuses as well, right? You get to do live Q&A. We work, you get to ask your burning questions. We have the follow-up series. We're always following up with you to make sure you're taking action. We give you daily action steps follow. You see people, men and women who've done it. So that all automatically motivates you to get your result as well. You get see people who've done the challenge in the past. One person even dropped drugs after just 10 days, right? So it's amazing. So if you want to join us for the challenge, it's pretty very simple. Make sure that you sign up right now. The price is actually going to double the moment we start the challenge. So if you want to join now, we have a money back guarantee. Yeah. So if at the end of the challenge you feel like, oh, I learned nothing, just tell us. Would even give you back your money and would apologize for years. We've had help professionals take the challenge. Many of them sign up for the challenge and they're doing a lot better right now. So once you pay for the challenge, send your details to the number. Oh, poor connection. What's that? Okay, so once you pay for the challenge, then we get started. All right. So make sure that you join us for the Fight Hypertension Challenge. I hope that you've enjoyed this session. So the Fight Hypertension Challenge is what we're doing next. Beyond making this shift, we've talked about power shifts. Power shifts are the things, how you move from a place of fear to a place of I'm in control and I'm crushing high BP myself. So I hope this helps you. I'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you share this video as well. And make sure that you join us for the challenge. And we'll see you. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to see you sometime soon.